Hi, it's Daniel Friedman. I was going to wait till Christmas to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, but I'm actually going to do it today. This video will not be the gospel. It's going to be an intro. Basically, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to be talking about here soon. Going to go through the gospel. Also, the meaning of Christmas is not Santa Claus. It's not, you can see this Christmas tree. My family celebrates, always has done the Christmas tree. My parents, mom, stepdad, whatever. Lord willing, one day when I do get married, when God decides to say, Daniel, you're ready. I'm going to give you one of my daughters to marry as your wife, and then you'll eventually be fruitful and multiply your seed, have children. Once that day happens, unless the Lord calls me home before then, I'm not going to have a Christmas tree in my house. I am not going to get it in my kids' mind, oh, it's all about gifts, it's all about presents. Because I'll be honest, the way I grew up, that's all I was selfish. I mean, I had that, I better have more presents than the other person, or I don't feel loved. You know what? Birthdays are about you. They're about celebrating your life, and it's like having that anniversary when you were born. Christmas is not about you. It's not even about your children. If you're a parent, that's what you think, then you believe in the lie, because this is what I also believe. I believe Satan, Lucifer himself, the devil, has distorted the meaning of Christmas, distorted the meaning of what Christ has done by making it all about pagan, about, decorating trees and giving all these presents or whatever, and just going crazy with her credit cards and getting in more debt. No. One day, when I have children, how I'm going to raise it up to be is we're going to read the real story of St. Nicholas, who was a Christian, and he made basically toys for very poor, like orphans and kids and stuff like that. But that's a point for another day. But that would be part of it. But the main part of Christmas is going to be basically, we're going to listen to a message of the gospel, read the story of the Gospels where Jesus was born. And maybe, because also during the story when Christ came, the wise men, they gave him gifts. So I would say, we all give each other a gift. We can do a lot of gifts, I guess, but really, if you get a lot of gifts, then you're just going to think it's all about you and the gifts. So if anything, I would just say one gift for each person. Teach you the ability to be generous and giving. But I don't believe in this tree. I don't believe in, now a lot of people will say, oh, well, we don't worship the tree, blah, blah, blah. Well, really? You may not worship the tree with your tongue, but maybe with your actions. What do you mean? Well, what are you teaching your children? What are you doing? What is Christmas all about? Opening gifts and blah, blah, blah. That's basically what it is. And you're following the pagan gods, basically. No, the true meaning of Christmas, which I'm going to get into it, is basically the gospel, which goes into, God creating the heavens and the earth. We go into the fall of man and how sin through one man entered it all, and how what sin can do, and how really it is death, and how we all need a savior. And once we give our life to Christ, just the combination of all those things is the meaning of Christmas. Christmas is Christ. Without Christ, there is no Christmas, period. So, just want to, go into it and share the gospel of Christ. And, but everyone, be convinced in your own mind of what you're going to do with the meaning of Christmas. One day, we're going to give an account. We're going to be judged by God. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be someone who takes that seriously. I'm not going to be someone who does this half-heartedly anymore. Because for one I know, Matthew 7 is very clear. By those who take it half-heartedly, Jesus will say, I never knew you, even if you professed him as Lord on earth. Because really, deep down, it doesn't come down to, do you profess Jesus as Lord? What it comes down to is, does he profess you as his child, as his servant. When he says, well done. It's either you're going to hear, well done, or depart from me. So, that's either or. There's no in the middle. There's no in between. It's either you are a servant of Jesus Christ, or you're a servant of Satan. It's one or the other. Can't be both. You know. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm going to get into the gospel. And I'm also going to plead for those of you who don't know Christ, and I hope you watch it. It's not this video. This video is just the intro. I hope you watch this next video. And it's going to probably take a couple parts. So there'll probably be like 4 parts I'll probably do to it. Part 1 about the creation. Part 2 about the fall of man. Part 3 about what God's saying in His Son, what Christ has done. Part 4 is going to be our responsibility to that. Actually, there will be 5 parts. And the 5th part will be my plea for you to be saved. And then I'm going to end it with part 6. So actually, there'll be 6 parts. Part 6 will be my testimony. What God has done in my life. How He saved me. Which, through it, was deliverance from false teaching. And deliverance from sin. And deliverance from sin is going to be continual. Because we're always going to have this flesh we're going to have to deal with. But anyways, just stay tuned. Enjoy. And God bless.